And now for another episode of Confessions of an Online Psychic. With your host, novelist, filmmaker, and authentic psychic, Dave Thompson.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Confessions of an Online Psychic. And tonight I want to talk to you about two things. First, after this brief reading on the coronavirus, the COVID-19, and its effects, if I see anything new, I haven't tried looking in a little while. And then I want to talk about manifestations via the law of attraction, and possibly why, when you've tried the law of attraction or any of the books that are out there that cover this type of manifestation, why you probably fall short. So stand by for that one. Let me get into the groove here, what I need to do. Today's date is June 24th. The time is 8:35. I'm recording this instead of streaming it live. I still have about, I would say about 3 weeks or so before I can go live onto Facebook. So, all right. All right, the first thing I see is, of course, what's in the news right now is all the cases starting to spike. There's a saying going around that said that we want to be finished with the coronavirus, but it's not finished with us. As more and more people try to get into the group. Okay, now I'm picking up something. I'm picking up a matter of only maybe a couple of weeks when some states, such as California, Washington, Nevada, are going to put back into place their restrictions. Stay at home, don't go anywhere, and don't go to work. I'm not sure if they're going to try to keep things closed. Are they going to close stores? And we're going to go back to non-essential businesses being closed. What does that mean? Okay, things, yeah. So if you're in California, some areas will be closing down again. Some of the states, some of the areas in some of the states, not all of them. All right. It was not going to be like the total shutdown we saw in March, but it will be, some areas will be closing down. Let's look at, okay, Texas, the rural areas there. So it's like the virus is getting into the to the country areas, the sparsely populated areas. Okay, something I'm seeing happening in the Dakotas, or is that Nebraska? It's one of those three states that lines up as you go north from Texas, and then you hit these three states. They all kind of mix up in my head, but it's in that area there. I see some blooms of infections hitting. The Northeast looks like they still have it under control. Then as we go south from there, picking up Carolinas, there's going to be some more outbreaks there. Of course, Florida is still going to be heavily just infected, that whole state. Okay, what else? There'll be some more what I call spin from the government. It's really not going to get better with this particular government in charge. Not at all. Okay, all right. Is there anything else I want to look at? Okay. All right, moving on. Now I want to talk to you about the law of attraction, and as it pertains to manifestation. I also call it magic. First off, I don't have to even start thinking or talking about the law of attraction. There's so much material out there. And last night I had a sample of a book I was looking at, and in this book the author was mixing the law of attraction with angelic beings. And I'm saying, okay, that makes sense. The author was talking about how come the law of attraction doesn't work for everybody, or work as effective, or work as continuously. And this is because she says, you have to petition these angels. Well, I am no stranger to petitioning angels, archangels. They do get stuff done. They do. I've worked with them. It's a different type of working than I would do, say, with a god like Apollo or a goddess like Aphrodite. Here, excuse me a second. I'm back getting ready. Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that. I had to pause it because I dry mouth. I have a dry cough, so it's allergy. And if I'm out in public, I start to cough or sneeze, people get really weirded out about me. They will leave me alone. Used to, when you were in a grocery store, you'd have to push your way through some of the dippier people. And then all I had to do was, turn around and make a coughing noise, and people scatter. I like that. That's the only good thing that I've seen about this virus. Back to the law of attraction. The law of attraction only sometimes works. I was first introduced to it via a movie called What the Bleep Do We Know? And this one showed the connection between quantum physics, quantum potentialities, and the ability of us to some extent, rearrange the quantum possibilities. I know that if I'm in a reading with somebody and I see several potential timelines, we will discuss what's going on with those. And the one that the person that I'm reading, they say, that's the direction I want to go. It says you have to start giving it energy. You have to project energy at that timeline, at those results. And that's what the law of attraction in my mind is missing, is projection. Now, one of the biggest myths with the law of attraction, I think I covered this in another video earlier on, is that we create with every thought. And no, it takes directed thought and directed energy to create something in our life. Often, though, an obsession with a problem will make the problem worse. And worry, especially if you worry constantly over the same thing over and over again, that will tend to manifest as well. It's not every thought that manifests. If something bad starts happening to you and you contact me for a reading to find out what's going on, chances are we see more of a karmic connection to that instead of your mind or your mindset. If it is caused by your mindset, that's not really law of attraction. That is something we can deal with, is your mindset, by meditating every day and just ceasing whenever you feel those thoughts coming into your mind, just ceasing those thoughts, translating them into something a little better. Then you have control over that. And it takes several weeks of constant attention to this to cut it out. And that's where the law of attraction system falls short. Just imagining your future is one thing, but projecting energy towards it, that's what seems to be missing, at least in the introductory stuff, the free stuff. I have not purchased into any of the coaching based upon the law of attraction. Quite honestly, there are several of my own clients that I am coaching them, and they are not coaching me. So you could say I'm a coach of coaches, but I don't call it coaching. To me, a coach is a guy who stands on the sidelines of a playing field and they're wearing shorts and cleats, and they've got that Izod style shirt, and they got a whistle around their neck or a bullhorn. That's a coach. So how do we project this energy? There's a lot of different ways to project the energy. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can look at chaos magic. You can look at working with deities. It's a good way to project the power. It has come to me that even if you do chaos magic, you still have to talk to a deity if possible. An angel, a demon, god or goddess, doesn't matter. But they will help you get that into there, going with it. And the thing about angels, the Judo-Christian type of angels, is that they have a programming in their makeup. Even if they're not a divinely created angel like a lot of people think they are, they're more of an egregore, which is a thought form, which has powers that everybody or a lot of people believe in. So no matter how you look at it, they're there to help take your desire and bring it into the energy system of our reality and push that power out there and make it manifest. Because in order to make things manifest, in order to work magic, you are going to have to push your thought out into the consensual reality and see the consensual reality falling around and creating the timeline that you wish to be in. Chaos magic is one. There's even a version of chaos magic that uses sex. But honestly, just visualizing while leading up to orgasm isn't enough to make a desire happen. Because think about it. If that actually worked in that way, there would be a lot of goofy kids getting dates with the hot cheerleaders, or girls getting dates with the hot football players. And that doesn't happen. We know that doesn't happen. It's a directed thought that you have to create a thought form and then fire it up with the sexual energy. In the late 1990s, I experimented with this with a young lady that I was seeing, and the stuff I did with her. I'm not going to go into detail, but the sigils that I made, they worked. However, the ones she did not work, because I felt, and we talked about this, that my ability, that what I was doing, I was projecting the creation energy a little more, boom, out there. Make of that what you will. But we gave it a good try. And I didn't mind doing rituals with her as often as sometimes twice a day. Okay. Really, it takes directed energy to do this. This is why I work what I call high magic. Most of the people that I've been taught, we call this high magic. It's a ritualistic magic, but it can be stripped down as much as a couple of burning candles, a stick of incense, and your desire, either as a sigil or as a petition to a particular being, with that being's calling statement, if you wish. If it's a god or goddess, it's one way to invoke them. If it's an angel, archangel, there's another way to invoke them. If it's a demonic entity, there's another way to invoke them. There's 3 or 4 ways to invoke demonic entities. So, as I wrap this up, I thank you for joining me tonight. This is episode 210 or 210, second season, episode 10. I want you to go over here, click the like and the subscribe to this channel. That would be great for me. And if you need a reading, information in the video description is included, even on the replays that I'm going to put on Facebook. So that's that. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye.